All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Got a new setup. You might notice here. Um, it's pretty cool, actually. I'm pretty pleased with it. Still probably some work to do, some formatting, all that different jazz, but I like it so far. All right. Let's not hear my voice in my own ears. Happens every single time. All right. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming. You might see my new chat overlay thing. I also have a new pop filter for my mic, which is good, but it's actually kind of funny. I have a little bit of conundrum because I was relying on the weight of my pop filter to keep the mic down, but if I push up, look, so so yeah, that's fun, and I think I just need to tighten up one of these bad boys, but I don't think I have anything at my desk I can use to do that right now. But anyway, uh, these are the struggles. Okay, let's get some music going. Can't go without some tunes. I'm thinking classic, lo-fi. It's the same thing I always put on, so no surprises here. Um, yeah, let's see. Yeah, is the one. All right. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna play with the audio because we're still kind of figuring out the right levels. At least last I heard. So let's just kick it up just a tiny bit, and we'll see how people feel about it. That's not even coming through. Not even coming through. Let's see. Hmm. It doesn't look like it's coming through either. Hmm. I wonder if I've done something. So macOS audio capture should be picking this up. Yeah. Okay, so you restart capture. Ah, there it's coming through. Now it's probably really loud now. Sorry. All right. Let's bring it down. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. How's that sound? Let me know. So this is actually pretty cool. What I have been, doing a little bit of research on. Mitch Hamburg clued me into this, and I was looking at Peter Ulrich's uh, setup, and basically you can just write an HTML page and use that as an overlay, um, which is quite cool. And so because of that, now I have like this cool little layout thing going on here. Um, and I even I have like my own little banner here that actually changes periodically. Like it's my ads banner, which will switch between my logo and Olympics logo. Considering maybe folks want to pop their stuff up there, just let me know. Especially if you're using Ash, keep me posted. Um, but yeah, this setup works really nicely actually, and I like that I can it's like literally just the most basic inline styled HTML and JavaScript. Um, ChatGPT wrote half of this code, and it's crappy, but it's tiny, right? We don't really need it to be anything special, but it works nicely. So I'll probably update the sizings of it, over time here. One thing I'm noticing is my video is kind of choppy on the playback to me, but I'm not sure if that's actually how it's coming through on the playback to others. It looks like it is. It looks like the video itself is kind of. Are you guys seeing that where the video itself sort of looks choppy to you? Yeah, it's like low quality. I wonder what would be the reason for that? Let's see, how's it look now? It seems a little bit better. I don't know, maybe it's like if I switch between OBS. I wonder why I would do that. Let's see, OBS, camera, choppy. Lowering the webcam quality to 1080p or lower. What is it currently? Let's see. This is the screen. See the camera. I don't see a way to change it here. So maybe it would have to be an OBS. Let's see. What can I do with the webcam source here? So it's the code share view, not screen capture, video capture device. No, that doesn't look good. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably leave it for now. I don't know. Video capture. Navigate to the lower. Oh, here we go. Video capture device you have created. Click on properties. Lower third of the page. Video format. No, let's see. That only works on Windows. It's an audio setting in OBS that is the problem. What? No. Man, this stuff is just every single fucking time is just a wild goose chase to figure out to figure out how this all is supposed to work. Every single time I'm over here, it's just wild. I never would have expected it. Let's see. Properties, filters. Do I have a filter on my? I don't have. Oh, that's the audio. I don't have any filters. Well, let me actually just delete this filter that's on there. Add a filter before. Maybe it's figuring its life out again. Maybe it's a hardware blip. I don't know. All right. Let's actually get into it. Don't need to fiddle with my streaming setup anymore that I already have today. What do you guys think of the? Actually, one more thing. I'm curious. What do you think about the little like 8-bit theming for the chat? Is it stupid? Oh, actually, it's stupid because I can barely fucking read it. I probably need to make it scale it up to make it bigger. Hold on, let me just go to my own chat. Here we go. Mismatch of frame rate between the webcam and the output frame rate. Yeah. All right. Hey, Barnabas, you having a good time at Codebeam? I appreciate that. I'm going to take a look at the frame rate. And it also would make sense. I did have OBS open in the foreground when I noticed that. So maybe I will minimize OBS just to get it out of my face. And we'll see. Okay, so let's put myself on Do Not Disturb because I shan't be disturbed. I still am really, okay, Restream is cool, but the fact that you have to click between different places, like I have to click between the chat and the destinations window to see how many people are here, it doesn't make any sense. Well, have fun, enjoy your meal. Yeah, oh, this is interesting. I can chat from different sources. Let me test. Oh, can't post messages to some channels. Okay, so no, I have to say it as Restream. All right, whatever. Weird stuff. Is what it is. But yeah, have a good time. Let's see, can I chat overlay? Chat settings. No, I can't. Okay, just gonna have to be what it is. Livepush.io. Let's take a look. Well, it does. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. I mean, Restream, it's one of those things where like swapping it out would be sort of easy because I don't think I have much actually configured that's like Restream specific. So yeah, maybe I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, I guess I can just open the Restream dashboard in 2 different places. Probably is the simple way to do it. And then have 2 windows open, I guess. No, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care how many people are here. I'll just keep chat up. We'll have a good time. All right. Well, thanks. Life of Dan. And I mean, I know who you are, but I like saying Life of Dan. Yeah, those are good tips. Keep it coming. Useful stuff. All right. AshAuthentication. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of work here, actually. Specific. Oh, let me get this up in live so I can see what I look like. Come on. Come on, internet. You can do it. I believe in you. All right. Yeah, all right. This looks fine. All right. All right. So why doesn't it play? Yeah, all right. That's better. Neat. So been doing a lot of work on AshAuthentication. Specifically, what I've been doing. So it started off as getting the installer for AshAuthentication to do a bunch of cool stuff. Every time I think I'm like, it's because I refreshed the page, I lost all historic chat, so I have to work. That's super annoying. Okay, cool. And part of that actually ended up involving doing a lot of different things I didn't expect, because of what happens when you basically enabling actions to be a lot more powerful, like the authentication actions to happen atomically and all these different things that weren't really on the plan. See you later, Barnabas. And so, which is great, but it did mean it took a lot longer than I expected it to. So what we are doing today is we have AshAuthentication.addStrategy. And what AshAuthentication.addStrategy does right now is it takes a strategy name and it mixes it into the relevant resource. So it'll add the attribute and the hash, and in this case, hash password and all that stuff. So we're doing the same, but for Magic Link. And that's going to be the last one that I do here. There's more authentication strategies, but those are the two big ones that are really hairy to sort of generate the required code. I think somebody else, truthfully, like some community member or somebody else who really wants this can implement the other ones. But these two will stand as the primary examples. And so that's what we're doing. So we can start here with Magic Link. Yeah. And we'll do Magic Link. And okay, I will restart the language server actually. All right, maybe that'll give us what we want here. Oh, I have actually had a lot better luck with the Elixir language server recently, Elixir LS specifically. I still have to restart it sometimes, but overall, it seems to have improved pretty consistently in the last major releases, like the previous, I think 23 or 24, whatever, ended in 3 and one ended in 4. But I've been very pleased. You can only see my overlays window. What does that mean? You can only see my overlays window. Oh. No, display capture. Oh, you can't see. I wonder why. What the hell? Let me see what I'm seeing. Oh, that's not. It's not updating at all. Whoa, make that make sense. Let me restart capture. All right, let's see now if I switch to, yeah, okay, this looks like it's working. It's the capture must have frozen basically. Yeah, this looks right now. Right, look good. Yeah, I think that's coming through. Perfect. All right. So this is where this is all the code I've written so far, which is, we've got our password installer and now we need our Magic Link installer. Thanks for letting me know, by the way, because that was annoying. That would have been annoying if I got all the way through the stream only to find out. All right, cool. So Magic Link, I think actually may be really simple, but never really know with these things. So first things first, we need, we don't have any dependencies that we need. We do need to make sure that the identity field that they give is present on the resource. Okay. And then let's see, what else do we need? So there's not like a hashed password. Oh, let's see. Let's double. The best way to do this is to look at the transformer, Magic Link transformer, and we can see here what it does. So it validates that token generation is enabled. That's fine. Sets a sign-in action name, set request action name. So these are two actions that we're going to generate into the resource. Registers those actions, so that's fine. Yeah, that's all it does. So we're going to need to generate two resources and ensure that an attribute is present. We'll let this token generation, this is default, set by default, so we'll let that just be a runtime warning, or like a warning when after they compile their app. All in all, looks straightforward. All right, so step one is to build the sign-in action, which I believe defaults to like sign in with strategy.name. So we'll call this sign in with Magic Link, right? So we're going to grab one of these add new action calls. All right. Like this one. And then we're just going to generate it the way that they generate it. So on the user resource, there should be, we're going to look at this, maybe build action, build sign in action. Ooh. And yeah, so we're going to default to registration enabled. So we're just going to have to build this branch out. And what we're going to do is we're going to build an upsert, create action. Okay. So add new action. This will be sign in with Magic Link. And then this will be create sign in with Magic Link. So in the description, this will be sign in or create a user. Sign in or register a user with Magic Link. So we're going to take the identity. Well, let's see. Let's take all that out and just reverse our way through here. So this one is, this is kind of interesting because we need to make sure that there is an identity on the resource. Oh, this is actually, okay. This is the first of an interesting set of roadblocks. We want to use the identity, excuse me, if it already exists. So like, oops. I'm assuming, do we add one if do we have like an add new identity? Oh, we do. All right, we'll just go with this. I think this is actually a little overzealous because if you already had an identity with a different name but the same fields, you'd get like a second one. A little strange, but we're just gonna roll with it for now. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that there is an identity on the upsert field. All right. All right. Mark that on red. So what I'm going to do here is, let's do this, ensure identity, field identity. We just say ensure identity is fine. Options like this. Let's put this down below password. And then we have somewhere else we're doing the same thing. And this will just be add or ensure entity options. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward. So now, because we know there's going to be an identity with that name, we'll just say upsert true. Upsert identity will be, what did we say? What is it called? I think it's just called unique. Right? All right, so that's that upsert. So that's upsert true, upsert identity, upsert fields will just be the identity field as well. Now we need some changes, some metadata, and some arguments. So let's start with the arguments. We're going to take the right. Yeah, this looks good. So we're going to take the token, which is going to default to just token. So we'll just say argument token. Token from the magic link that was sent to the user. Allow nil false. Okay. And then this we need to change. Maybe actually, I don't really know what stylistically we recommend in terms of like upsert and the order of arguments, etc. I think typically we have arguments at the top. So we'll do it like that. And then we'll say change, and then this sign in change. Let's see, what's that called? Magic link. Like this. And then we'll just add a comment. What does this do? This primarily will, uses the information from the token to create or sign in the user. Yep, makes sense. We don't need to know any of the details of how that works. That's fine. Back to our sign in action. So we have the argument that changes. Now we need the metadata. So metadata token string allow nil false. Sounds good. I think this will do what we want. That's exciting. Okay. Right. Okay, so now we need the other action, which is request action. And this builds a read action. Actually, I remember, let's see. Magic link request. This is another one of those that I think really ought to be a, it should be a generic action, not a read action. Yeah. So I'm wondering if there's benefits to having it be the read action, which is like it contains its own reading logic, but it also does have a side effect, and we don't really like to make those read actions. I mean, it's not really a problem if read action has a side effect necessarily. But I need to think about this. Yeah. Okay. We are going to allow it to be a generic action, which is a pain. That's fine. And then we're going to create 2 actions. So what we're going to get, I'm going to have to refactor some of this existing stuff. But that's fine. So we're going to say add new action, and this is going to be request magic link. And this is just going to be an action. And all that it's going to take is argument, the identity field, okay. Yeah, I agree. I think it's like, and this is when all this stuff was written, this is before we had generic actions as well. And so this was kind of the most semantic way that we could do it at the time. But I think with today, it's like, and what's interesting here is we also have to make this backwards compatible. So we have to still handle the fact if, we have to handle the fact that it might be a read action, which is just a little annoying too. But I've been making that change all over the place now. And then probably what's going to happen is on a major release, we're going to rip out the read action versions and we're going to say you have to upgrade to the generic action versions, which 9 times out of 10, nobody's going to care about. It's going to be on us to actually generate the read. It'll be its own thing. We don't really need to worry about it right now, but it's going to be interesting. So I need to figure out the request action name, which I believe defaults to like request _ magic link. Yeah. So that's good. So, all that it's really going to have now is so we have our request preparation, and we're going to create here instead of a request, it's going to be called request. And this one is going to be a manual or a generic action. So we'll just say magic link dot request. And then we'll say requests a magic link for the given identity field. All right. And then this one is, did I get my Elixir LS back yet? Where's it at? It's dying. Oh, what is this one? Could not call module like it. Well, yeah, we know about this kind of stuff. Okay, let's restart it again. I was just saying it's been getting more stable, and that is true, but anyway. Upsert fields. What is it? Oh, no, that's just true. Yeah, cool, good. All right, so what we need to do is we need to use ash dot. I always forget what this module is. It's like action implementation. It is this. All right. Okay, so we're gonna comment this out and we're gonna end up implementing some very similar stuff, but that's fine. Oh, I should have got coffee before I started to stream. Oh well. Okay, So now this is going to take this run implementation here. Cool. And now what we need to do is first we need to check if there's a validate sign-in action or magic link verifier. There is validate request action, I mean. And so what this needs to do is this needs to handle these two things. These two things need to be done differently now. So first what we'll do is we'll say we are going to validate that it is a read or an action, which is just that's the type name for a generic action. So then we say case, action.type, read, say validate action has preparation. Otherwise, we're just going to say okay. And the reason for that is a generic action, to me, it ought to be swappable. That's kind of the purpose of, like, if they want to put in their own implementation, that's fine. And we generate these generic actions anyway. So maybe later we might be a bit more rigorous with that validation, but I don't think that's strictly necessary. So this will validate, I think, everything that we need. It's kind of an interesting one. It's not necessarily a read action. Okay, so and in the transformer, we're going to continue building the request action as a read action. So this is important for backwards compatibility. We have to keep it behaving this way. So that'll be what it is. All right. Next up, we need to actually do this request logic here. So this is the interesting one. If it's a generic action, we know that we need to look up a user. And so, or do we? Yeah. Because what we could do is we could just say you have to have a primary read, but see, I don't like that. I think we want to carve out a little spot that this is the thing that looks up a user by their magic link, right? So it'd be like look up by magic link or something like that, which is kind of interesting because that is the same. It's the same logic in a way as this request preparation that we were doing here. This, but instead of actually sending it, all it's going to do is look up or return that user. So yeah, I think probably what we'll do is in the verifier, in the magic link verifier, when we're validating the request action, if it's a generic action, we're going to require that there is a, we'll say it's okay action, validate action exists, DSL state strategy, and we'll call this like look up by magic link, or say get by magic link action name. I'll say, okay, I'll get action name. Look up action name. That's better. Okay. And we're going to say, well, this needs to be, validate action has argument, strategy dot what do we call this? Token something name, token param name. Okay. So token param name. And then we'll say, okay, validate action, argument option. My goodness. All right. Both of these cases, validate argument option, allow no false, right. Okay. So we just need both of these. Okay, and then we'll say, okay, so you've got a read action that has all that stuff. And I guess we also need, we need a little bit more than that. We need that to have the lookup preparation. That lookup preparation. And if all those things are true, then we're good. All right, so let's write that. Let's write the lookup preparation. What is the request preparation called? Right, it's just all right. Yeah, this works well. Okay, so looks up a user by the given magic link token. That's, you know, not even sort of right. That's nice try, ChatGPT, or whoever, Copilot or whatever. Okay, so from here, we're gonna cut. It's basically the same logic as the other preparation that we had, this request preparation. Because what this does is this extracts, let's see, identity field. Oh, no, it's not the request preparation. It's the sign in preparation that is basically the same. We're going, because this takes a token and looks up a user. Let's see. Okay. So this takes a token and looks up a user, and then it does, we need everything on this filter. And then but the one thing we don't need to do is we don't need to go, we don't need to do all this crap. We're not going to generate a token or send anything or anything like that. So, not that, I mean, that wasn't going to happen anyway, but, okay. So, no, this is in the wrong place. This is the, I need the lookup preparation. Okay. So I need some aliases. Preparation, magic link. Just grab all of these, I guess. Alrighty. All right, what don't you like? Tell me your squiggles. Missing Terminator end. Oh. And then, yeah, I probably need this from this sign-in preparation. Thanks, Peter. Ash Framework loves you too. No, I was in the wrong place. Magic link, sign-in preparation. When we get an error, right. Otherwise, nothing. This actually should be done like this. That way a change of the limit later down the line can't undo the what we're trying to do of limiting it, of making sure that there's 0 results. So what this will do is this will look up a user by, yeah, this will look up a user, and we want to make sure that it, no, this is fine. So in the verifier, we need it to be a get action. We have a thing for this. There's like a verify action argument, I think. I guess not. Or validate. validate action option right here. This isn't the case. Require atomic doesn't have to be false. Interesting, actually. Why was that passing? Because where's all the places that we're doing this? So yeah, when we generate them, we would say require atomic false naturally, but we shouldn't be validating. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Not important. So we need this in the verifier for magic link. This looks like, yeah, right here. Not this one particularly. It's just going to be, whoa. Glad I spotted that. And we will say get must be true. Let's see, what is values? It's a list of allowed values. Cool. Oh, you know, I forgot my fancy mood lighting. All right, look, now look, I'm beautiful now. I wasn't beautiful before, but now I got this beautiful soft light. I feel like the music got a little bit louder. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. For you guys. It can be loud for me. Okay. Okay. So we have our lookup preparation, and if request magic link is a generic action, then we're going to need a lookup magic link. Is that what we said? Oh, we need to figure that out. That's right. Okay, here we go. So that's another thing we need to do. Magic link in the strategy, we need to ensure that there is a lookup action name. Cool. And then in the magic link DSL, we need to describe it here. Lookup action action name. Use for the lookup action. Defaults to, you know what I just realized? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. My little window isn't fully, you guys can't see quite the edge of my screen. I resized it there, but that's a little bit annoying to figure that out. So it's going to default to lookup strategy name. Yeah. All right. That's good. So now in the magic link transformer, we need to do the same. We need to set the lookup strategy, the lookup name. Where is it? Maybe set request action name. So let's say maybe set lookup action name. And then we'll copy this bad boy. All right. That looks good. I'm like really down a stack here without having actually compiled this thing, which is always a bit dangerous, but it's okay. I'll get through it. So we need to add our lookup action name, lookup magic link. So this will be read lookup magic link. This is going to take a token. Which will be a string. And then it's going to need to use that lookup preparation here. filters to users by those who match contents of the token. Cool, 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 cool. So now the request magic link will be able to use lookup magic link to do what it has to do. So we've almost closed the loop on this sort of refactor to a generic action. But we have to do all the work here. So, oh, that's another thing. Transformer slash no, magic link transformer. We have to register the action name. So this would be strategy dot lookup action name. Okay. So now we can get the strategy. We will need the identity field because we're going to, no, we actually don't need the identity field. Yeah, we do. We need the identity field. But instead what we're going to do is we're going to say strategy.token param name. This will be token. And then we're going to say lookup action equals strategy.lookup action name. I don't need to do that, but I'm going to say input.resource ash.query.for for read strategy.lookup action name, and it'll be strategy.token param name token. We'll need to do ash.query.set context to make sure that it's listed as a, let's see, AshAuthentication. Like this, that it's us making the request. Do I have this aliased? Nope. And then we don't have an, I guess, yeah, we could do ash.context.toOps query or context. Okay. Right. And I will need, don't I need ops to get the strategy or no? Info.strategy for action. No, I don't. All right. So this is strategy. Sworn there was, no, it's not. All right. Okay, so these are all inputs. And we don't need this. And so from here, what we're going to do is ash.read1 not found error. I believe that defaults to false, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. All right. So let's say case do, okay, nil. All right, if we get an error, we're just going to return that. If we don't find anything, and this is where we go through this. Right. So what this will look like is basically this logic here, but we need to add the same. We need to extract the sender and the send ops from the strategy here, and it should only happen if registration is enabled. So we'll say something like this with true strategy dot registration. Oh, don't do all this shit. Right. And sender send ops strategy dot sender. Oh yeah, request magic link should not have a return. Okay, so that's fine. So in all of these cases, we're just going to return okay anyway. Well, no, we might return an error, so I need to do it like this. What the hell is this piece of crap? All right. Now we will call our sender. get anything else? I'm going to say, sure, went fine. That's fine for now. Identity. Right, so I'm so dumb. I'm like, I got my whole thing mixed up here. This isn't we don't have a token. We have the identity field because they're requesting a magic link, you dummy. So lookup preparation, is that currently taking a token? Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Yeah, that's so dumb. What a waste of time. All right, it's fine. So here it's going to be totally different. We're just going to say query.arguments, like lookup magic link. We don't want lookup magic link. We want lookup by get by email, which we're already generating. Oh my God. Yeah, look, we generated here. Get by, what is it? Get by, yeah, okay. All right, I'm just gonna get rid of that entirely. We don't need the lookup crap at all. Transformer, magic link transformer. We don't need the lookup action name. Actually, you know what's kind of interesting is we do need the lookup action name. It's just going to be not what I was saying that it was going to be. It's going to be lookup strategy dot identity field, and we called this. It's going to be called get by, that's what we're going to need, and we're not going to define that. Yeah, all right. I'm going to change this from lookup to maybe set get. Okay, we'll keep it lookup because I don't feel like changing all that crap. But the thing is that because it's generated right now, we don't, and it already does what it's supposed to do, this get by email, right? We don't need to do we don't need a preparation. We don't need any of that stuff. So we're just going to say, hey, if you want to use this as a generic action, then we need a get by email field, which is totally fine. So I need to update the transformer or the magic link strategy, not the strategy, magic link DSL documentation here to say defaults to lookup or get by identity field. Okay. And we'll call this the action to use when looking up a user by identity. Okay. All good. Not a big deal. So I don't need lookup magic link at all. And then in the request logic, I also don't need most of this crap. So we get the identity field. So let's get back to, we have request magic link, right? We take the identity field. Yeah. So we're going to say identity equals this. And what we're going to do is we're going to see strategy dot lookup action name, but it's not going to be a token. It's just going to be strategy dot identity field identity. And if we find one of those, right, then we're going to do all this stuff. So cool. Much better. So magic link dot request token for it. And then we're going to send like this. Perfect. So now this is going to be exactly the same thing. Well, we don't need registration enabled because we know that a user already exists, right? And here, instead of sending the identity, we are going to just send the user. Okay. This does what we want. Probably. All right. So we have a thing that looks up an email, sees if there's a user for that email. If so, we'll send an email. And if not, it will still send an email if registration is enabled. Um, that's pretty straightforward. And something else, okay, but that's right. We do need this get by action to exist in both of these cases. So we're going to say like ensure get by action. We're going to extract this out because we have this other ensure identity, I think, right? Or yeah, ensure identity. Okay. And then we need to do this in the magic link strategy as well. So we have ensure identity and ensure get by action options. Come to think of it though, maybe, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So we're going to add the sign in with magic link action and the request magic link. And this looks good. So let's take a look at the transformer again. The magic link transformer. Yep. Cool. So what's left then is in the magic link guide is we need to add this DSL logic, right? So we'll do AshAuthentication.igniter.add new strategy options user. And then we have the strategy name. So this will just be magic link. And then we get all the text of it. Cool. So yeah, easy enough. Magic link identity field. We're going to default to registration enabled. And then we're going to add a sender. And we have some logic for doing a sender already. Create new confirmation sender. So we're going to call this something like create new magic link sender. All this stuff makes sense, but in the example domain makes sense. So the module, the sender is being passed in. Okay. Say user or email. Say sends a magic link email. It would be kind of nice if we can get some standards around how you do texting so we can allow identity field to be a phone number. That's fine. So click this link to sign in. And so this will be called user or email, right? And then the sender here, right? Right. Cool. Yeah, this will be this is still on them to figure out that bit of things. So this should not say send password reset email. I should call this send magic link email. That all seems pretty straightforward. And if we document that it could be a user or an email, maybe I'll put a little comment in here. Say, if you get a user, it's for a user that already exists. Get an email, the user does not exist yet. Pretty straightforward. So we'll say something like this. We'll say email equals case user or email. Say something like, hello. All right, so now they can see how we kind of expect them to handle these two cases. And what we need now is to call this create new magic link sender in the magic link bootstrapping code that we have up here. This is sender options. And this is good. Ooh. All right, so we need to decide the sender name. Straightforward up here as well. Given the user, we're going to say it's the senders.send magic link email. All right, let's see if this thing compiles. Sure, I did something wrong, but right. Need to escape. Did I just? There we go. Need to escape this interpolation. Ensure get by action takes options. All right, add new strategy 4 is undefined. Igniter resource type name contents. Igniter resource type name contents. Query.do filter. Right, query. All right, well, that compiles. That's fun. So to summarize what all we've done. I knew there was one major thing I was forgetting. In the magic link actions, when you say .request, right now we're assuming that it's a read action. And we've actually done this. We have this in other places where we switch on like the potential type of action, for example. And we need to do the same thing here. And so what this will look like is in request, we will say, case ash.resource.info. Let's say action equals strategy.resource strategy.request action name. And then we'll say case action.type. And if it is a read action, then we're going to do the same stuff that we've been doing. And if it is a action, then we're going to do it a little differently. Only just a little differently though, because these calls will look quite similar. So I can do these options actually up here because they're the same. So, but instead of making query.new, we'll say action input.new. Is that going to alias that for me? Is that what it's offering to do? Nice. See, like language servers, they're getting there. All right. That was hot. And then action input dot set context, action input dot for action, ash dot run action, and then this will come back with an OK or an error. How do we do? It compiles. All right, let's try this. I like to try putting it all together before I go off writing tests for it. Which I know I'm a heretic, but it is what it is. Fun fact, what I'm going to do with the rest of my week is work on not the rest of my week, but the time that I have to open source this week is at least partly going to spend on writing the testing chapter for the Ash book. It's coming along really, really well. I've probably said this like a bajillion times, but Rebecca's doing an amazing job. Working with the folks at the Pragmatic Bookshelf has been great. They've been really helpful. The book is shaping up. We hope to be in beta soon. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. It's going to be like a really good definitive resource. You know, I know it's like something you have to pay for. That is what it is. It's a culmination of like a year's worth of work. But I think that what you get, the value you get for it, is more than offset. More than offsets the price ultimately. Okay. This looks good. Let's see. Forget if I've been using my app or Ubar. Mix igniter.new. Okay, so we're going to install Ash. We don't need AshAuthentication Phoenix to be local. And we're not going to do --auth strategy for right now. We're just going to make this new app. Let's take a second. Need to get like a more stable place where I mount my camera, because right now it's mounted, like my desk it's a standing desk and it's kind of rocky, or maybe I just need to tighten my desk like somewhere it's like loose or something, because it wobbles and I feel like my camera wobbles. All right, let's see. My mount, the monitor has some wobble to it, the desk has some wobble to it, and all together it means I feel like I'm wobbling a lot. I don't know why. All right. Okay, come on. I really need to make this faster. Yeah, I really gotta make this faster. All right, yeah, we want all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. Oh, it has to compile again. See, that's the big optimization, is for some reason, whenever it applies changes and then has to continue, it's recompiling. And I think there's something in the way our like mixed steps compile call works. Like it doesn't, I don't know. I need to figure that out. It's just really complicated. It hurts my brain, that stuff. And I'm exhausted of working on that particular depths fetching problem because it took so long. Okay, so one thing that is interesting is because we're using this locally, this advice is actually wrong, which is won't affect anybody else who's doing, you know, normal stuff. But for us, when we go to do our Tailwind config, what we need to do is slightly different. I don't know why. It's something to do with the way like Tailwind follows symlinks, but I have to do it like that, which is very strange. And so now what we can do, now we see we've generated our new app and we've got a basic user resource. But that's it. So now what we're going to do first, let's just try our magic link. makes AshAuthentication dot add strategy magic link. Oh, right. We gotta like add it to the list of allowed strategies. Add strategy. Up here. Probably what we should also do, now that I'm thinking about it here, is we should say something like, you know, if options identity field is not equal email, something like, you know, oh, this isn't really the right way to do this. There's a couple places we're exiting on invalid arguments, and that's not really right. We need to use the tools that we have. We need to use the you know, igniter to add issues instead of exiting, because that's good. Like, that totally borks composition. Yeah, what was I thinking? I made this tool and I did that wrong. All right. Could not. Please rerun. Please run. With was it identity field? Yeah. Just say without, because it's the default. I guess the benefit, so the way that this works is when all we really do when we, I think it is actually fine to exit, because it's like all we would have done is add the dependencies. That is true. Okay, so back into running our thing now. Now this should work. All right, so we're generating a sender. We're generating the unique email identity. We have our request magic link strategy. Looks good. Let's see if it works. I'm sure there's gonna be some like, yeah. Okay, I think I have, yeah. Okay, so in the send magic link email, or in the sender here, this, I need to, that. Okay. So let's see now. Expected the action get by email to have an argument named token. Well, that certainly doesn't make any sense. And I think that's in the magic link verifier. We have it token. Yeah, it's no, it needs strategy.identity field. This one's interesting. Yeah. We need to do, okay, I see. We already have the identity attribute, so I can just say, I can actually just copy. Oh, we were already doing this for all of them. So I can actually just remove, man. Yeah, I really screwed this up when I first did it, but that's fine. We don't need any of this crap. Oh, we don't, there is no, we need it to exist. We do need get to be true. It doesn't need to have this magic lookup preparation, and it does need to have these things to be true about it. All right, let's see. Did I fix it? Key identity attribute, not, yeah, that's not right. Nope. Okay, we're up and running. That's exciting. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I have to reset because I've created my app database before. Okay, so now if I go to sign in, no case clause matching action. Oh man. That is a gut punch. There is something that's been on the to-do list for so long, and apparently I have to do that. I have to do it for this to work, because there's a form being created for a generic action now. Wow. I mean, it's probably fine. People have been wanting me to do this for like a million years, so I'll just do it. But I really thought I was like 2 feet from finishing this, but I'm not. Fuck. All right. All right. So what this looks like is in, let's see, in our like post, we're going to make a generic action. Say argument containing run. All right. So this will be this module ash.query.filter. And we have, what do we have? We have like what's our attributes? Text. So we'll say contains text input.arguments.containing ash.count. All right. And we'll return that from this is our post count generic action. And so now I need to can have forms made for them. This is going to be a surprising amount of work, I think, which is is what it is. I mean, it is, yeah, it's good. We need it. All right, so post form.for action, what did I call it? Count, post count for action, post count containing hello. So this test should work. You should be able to make a form for a generic action and have it, where did that go? And have it Properly submit and return the result of the generic action. I keep clicking on this stupid sidebar. And it's not going to work. We know this to be the case. You know what I haven't actually used in like a million years and I actually forget how it works? Do I have it in here? It's like the mix test watch stuff. Is it called test watch or mix test watch? This would have been faster to just put it in myself, but whatever. All right. Latest elixir is 1.17.3, TP 27, right? Yep. And I've been using Mies. What is it? Mies LS Erlang or something? Yeah, 27.01. Okay. So now, how does mix help test.watch, I assume, or something like that? Oh. Tasks for running. Okay, I'm assuming I just say test.watch, you know, test/form test 18. Come on. All that was weird. Why is it recompiling everything again? Did I just misread this? I think I misread it. Surprisingly high amount of dependencies here. Yeah, wait, it's compiling Ash again. It's like mix test watch caused a recompile of all the dependencies or something. It doesn't make any sense. What the? Second, I have to recompile everything. No, okay, good. Okay. When is this? So this is actually before. Right. Yeah. Okay. So here. So here in, yeah, what we do is we're like figuring out, oh no, this is in for action. Okay. So this is where we need to call, we'll do like do for action. Okay. So we got to look at, so what's interesting is there's actually like a whole lot of complexity that we do not care about with a generic action ops, which is nice. But, you know, for action or do for action. So let's just drop all this in here and see what's going on. There's not going to be any nested form options in a generic action. Oh, this says it could make sense if you had a query argument that was an embedded resource, so the capability remains. Okay. Any additional options passed that are calling to ash.action input dot for action. Okay. For ops. What do we have in that for ops? Actor forms, warn on unhandled errors, domain as ID, transform params, method. Exclude fields if empty. I forgot about that option. All right. That's fine. This looks okay. So now we need to get this whole thing actually going. All of this stuff is manipulating the ops. So say forms for type action. Let's see, what does forms for type do? Config for type or type. Okay, right. Okay. Fine. So require action makes sense. Sure, handle forms. So I guess really the big iffy part here is going to be like, let's get some space here. Is going to be what is that even? It's like we're going to need to. Does this look right? Yeah, that's right. We should really, yeah, okay, let's just see what handle forms does. I know it does a lot of work. But the question is going to be, where are we doing things specifically with, yeah, form with params, form without params. We have like with data, which is the interesting, or like handle form with params. And then we say things like keyword.hasKeyOps data. Form with params and data. So probably all I need to look for is where do we call something about, yeah, like where do we have specific things for ash.query. All right, let me keep going through this particular bit of code here. So prepare source. Yep. All right, action input.new. This doesn't really make sense, but it's like we can also leave it there. For action type action carry over errors. Oh my gosh. Unwrap errors. Yeah, that's nested forms. I mean, this might actually be like pretty easy. So yeah, let's go back to this exercise here though of looking for places where we have an explicit match on like ash.query, say ash.action input. Right, but not quick. I get argument. It's doing a weird thing, but that's fine. So type validations, argument. Okay. Oh, right, because it doesn't care what kind of action it is. It's just dot arguments. Okay, cool. Source can be now an ash.actionInput.t. Okay, this should be source. See if that works. Actually, that'd be nice if it does. Does the when? No, it doesn't like this. Invalid type specification. How annoying. All right. Right, the stock should be on for action to A. Unlike for feed, for create, for update. This works on any action type calling to the appropriate based on the type. Based on the type. For generic actions, just say any given action on a resource. If given a create, read, or update, create, read, update, or destroy action, the appropriate function for will be called instead. So use this when you don't know type of the action or the action, say generic, or it is a. Okay. Okay. So what are we doing here? We're saying dot attributes not found in. Right. So this is back to finding all of the places where we have an ash.query referenced that we might need. Yeah, so this. Yeah, so we also need our submit logic to do the right thing. That's fine, we'll look at that in a second. Set data. These are gonna look pretty much the same. This is not gonna be a query though. Okay. Seems straightforward enough there. Oh, this is good news. Yeah, so now we're in the submit, I believe. Or is this valid? This is invalidate. Yeah, all right. Fucking sick. All right, so if we get an action, we're going to do something very similar about all this. What does this do? Add errors for unhandled params. Oh, right. I'm just gonna not think about that right now. All right. So make a new action input. We set the accessing from context ash.action input .for action. Okay, that works well enough. So now theoretically the validate step works, and we're going to get an error in submit. Yep. Wow, this is going better than I could have ever expected. All right, so we just need an option. I'm going to copy the read, but we don't need all this. So just say action. There's going to be a little bit of a, no, this is going to work. Wow, this is going to work. All right. If ops read one. So let's get rid of that. Why is my formatter not working? Whatever. Ash.action input.new or action with change set. Ash.run action. We call that, I think that keeps the source around basically. So, which is fine. Like, what does with change set do? Right. Oh, and because we're saying original change set or query result. Right. So that's all good. We have one of these for query or, oh, this is ugly, but I see why. Okay. Yeah, so now copy all of this. Who cares? It's okay to copy code, folks. Right. All right. That tracks. Set action errors. It's not going to be query. Still action input. I think we might have did it. Let's see. Not quite. Right. Holy crap. Right. And that's correct. Because here I need to say that this returns an integer. Hell yeah. Sick. Okay, so we need to get rid of the duplicate. We have yeah, this should all be okay. Make sure I didn't break anything. Yes, yeah, we needed that for a change that I made to AshAuthentication to support a generic action for requesting a magic link. Okay, what did it not like? AshAuthentication 1.4 action. 1, 2, 3. 2 is not okay, right? Yeah, this has been on the docket for like a million years, and I'm actually surprised at how easy it is. I mean, there might be a couple little ramifications, like, obviously can't guarantee it's not bug free, but it works. It works really nicely. It's pretty simple, because what I didn't realize is like the Ash Phoenix form implementation for a read action basically had all of the work for non-mutation actions, like that don't have a record behind them, etc. So yeah, I mean, we did it. Also, hi James. Everybody say hi. James is, if you're not familiar, core team member, author of AshAuthentication Phoenix. My number 2, my right hand man, although might be the other way around. All right, let's see. I mean, how this worked. Okay, actually, I'll tell you what I should do. In my app, I'm gonna make, we're gonna depend on Ash Phoenix locally. And let's see if, I think there will still be a bug. Oh, right. Wait, which branch, which thing? The Ash Phoenix stuff? Or do you mean the, yeah, that must be what you mean. All right, so now see if we get the same problem. All right. Warn on unhandled errors. Okay. This is a new thing. Oh yeah, something I did because we wanted to add option validation properly. All right, that's good motivation, James. We wanted to add more validation to the options when you built change sets and queries weren't properly validated, and so I did that for generic actions, and so it might expose some things here. API. Where are we calling? Where are we? What? How is the API option being? What? Oh, is that? I think it must be an AshAuthentication Phoenix. It is. Look at that. Wrong. See, this is what happens when the internals get stricter validations. Okay. So now my app is going to need to depend on AshAuthentication Phoenix from the path now as well. All right. Okay, didn't like that. We're blowing up. Yep. Okay, what's going on? Whoa. Other options. Wait. It's that same. Oh, I think there's a. This is pretty interesting. Where did I change all this crap? Yeah, we're right. So this needs to be, we're gonna have to do something like, well, like drop form ops. Okay, that, to be clear, Mitch, that little banner changes. All right. Oh, my camera's all busted again. Why does this keep happening? If I unplug it, is it like? I'm assuming it's not moving for you guys because it's not moving for me. Yeah, there's something wrong with something about the camera. Maybe I should lower the resolution, although it makes me look like a potato. All right, look. All right, I'm trying something out. All right, and I made an overlay. You were the one who told me about all this, by the way, the whole HTML overlays. But to be clear, it's 5 minutes of the Ash logo and 5 minutes of the Alembic logo, and I'm actually considering, like, you know, this is valuable space. Like, I think 7 people saw this in the last 2 hours. Like, if you think about how much value there is here, it's a pretty big deal. Here, I'll tell you what. Will this make you feel like I've gone less corporate if let's do 8 minutes of Ash, 2 minutes of 2 minutes of Alembic. There you go. I'm like tempted to just like remove my freaking camera because it's like so borked. Yeah. I don't even know what to do. Has anybody had this? Like, come on. Let's see, laggy camera. Maybe I could change the input to my webcam that looks crappy. Oh no. Wait, but that's still not working too. That's okay. That's actually pretty interesting. Oh no, there it is. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Well, look, I know you're messing with me, but look, you made a change. You changed the system. You fought against the man, and now we got 8-2 instead of 5-5. Now my camera is not even going to work, is it? Yeah. Now none of them are going to work. Video capture device. Yeah, I was thinking I should make it actually bigger also. Did my phone die or something? Is that what happened? No. Pause. Resume. Later, Mitch. Thanks for your help. All right, let's see. Okay. Still so laggy. Wait, use buffering. What does that mean? Now I gotta Google this. OBS use buffering. No. Let's see. OBS webcam laggy. This is me, my problem popping. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like that. I will probably make it bigger for my next one, but you know, I'm still figuring out this whole overlay thing. But I am pretty pleased with how this overlay system works because it's like I was showing, it's just an HTML file and I put in some JavaScript to update this bottom bar. But it's pretty straightforward. It was a fun little project. I should have done that on stream actually, instead of all this boring crap. All right. All right. Let's see how that worked. Yeah, the camera's lagging again. It could be the USB-C stuff. There's a second camera. That didn't really seem to fix anything. And I do have the Stream Deck, which I could unplug temporarily. That can't be using like any meaningful amount of bandwidth. Device at the same time as, well, I guess here, no, I can't try that out because it's gonna ruin the whole thing. You won't be able to hear me. Whatever, we're almost there. What does this like? Oh. Oh. I just can't believe how much I've had to fiddle with my with my big thing, with my OBS. Like, it's crazy. It's just ridiculous. All right. Oh. Yeah, so we're still crashing. What is it this time? Skip unknown inputs. Invalid value. Oh, that's... No, this is an Ash bug. We're just finding this shit all over the place now. In generic actions... That needs to be like that. Allow strings in generic action, skip unknown inputs. So now my app got to point at local Ash. Oh my gosh. This is one of those days. If you know the Bryan Cranston GIF thing. All right, this is stupid. I'm gonna switch to my other camera. Oh, but I unplugged it. Let's give it a second to catch up. Let's close the blinds. It's still crappy. I have like the world's most expensive computer. It's a little bit better actually. Okay, so yeah, I mean that might have been the last step. Let's see. Nice, okay. But this is, I think the submit is where it's gonna break. I knew this was gonna happen because, oh, to tenant, change that dot set tenant. Huh. Okay, let's see, where was that? Oh, I think that these are the offending blinds. Okay, I'll turn them. Oh, right. That's Meredith. That's my wife. The aesthetics, the only one of us that has any taste, telling me how blinds work. Okay, magic link 125. Okay. Right. Here we go. So this will look like this. So it could be a change set. Oh, you know what's so funny? This couldn't, but I think ash.changeset and ash.query both work the same way. So that just was working. I don't feel like, this doesn't seem like we would have to do this way. Whatever. Okay, so now what could happen is we could get okay. That's the major difference. So now we may have it all figured out. When this loads. Okay. Unhandled error in form submission for my app.account account site user.request magic link forbidden. Okay, so I'm assuming, huh? We're setting the context here. Let's see, that could be in the actions call. Set context, private authentication, demerge maps, looks right. Huh. Okay, so this error is unhandled because, oh, hold on, let's see. Let's see, AshAuthentication, interaction. Whoa. This check wasn't handling generic actions. Good to know. Look at that. Bug fixes all around. Go ban this person advertising for cheaper viewers. When you wake up and are sad, you can go to how do I go to my channel on Twitch? Channel. There's a big channel button. And how do I ban the person in chat? I don't know how any of this stuff works. Huh. Chat's not even showing up on Twitch for me. There we go. It's weird. I can pin the message. Oh, here we go. Ban. All right. Fun. All right. Back to the important stuff. Let's see. Error sending magic link email. Oh yeah, actually. Or mixash.co. Whoa. Mixash.cogen add magic link. What? Why is that taking so long? That was weird. All right. I think we'll have it, and then I will hop off stream and clean it up and write some tests. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I don't know how to work this website or this Twitter or this OBS streaming crap, especially this OBS streaming software. It's insane. Ah, all right, did we do it? Wow. Look at that. I registered with a magic link. James, while I have you here, something I want to talk about is some way to make those magic links shorter. Like some kind of, I mean, I don't know if it's even really a good idea to make them shorter. But it seems like maybe we could have like some sort of code for a token and then we look up the, yeah, I don't know. We should chat about that at some point because I know people like having these little like, short-lived tiny links. For the user, they just click on it. But if they have to copy it and paste it in, it would look like a big crazy thing to them. But we did it. We did all the stuff that we needed to do. So let's first take a look here. Didn't I fix it? Oh yeah, I pushed that up to main already. Okay. So we fixed the ash bug in main. I'm gonna release that so that we can depend on it. It's the only thing in that release, so I know that it's good. Okay, so if we can just use the JTI, maybe that's just an option in Magic Link, like use JTI or something, and then that tells it how to do the looking up, etc. Just expects it to, when it gets its token, instead of getting a full token, it's just going to get the JTI. And then we can add that to the generator so that new projects get it and old projects won't have it. And then maybe in a major version, we can flip the default. I think that would be a good strategy. Okay, so we had fixes in a lot of libraries, but let's just get this one going. And then we have AshAuthentication Phoenix fixes and the Ash Phoenix PR to get going. Wow, my computer is just going really sluggish. It's probably the same crap that's been problem with my camera. Yeah, right. Like I think it would be, we would do everything the same. We would only, all that we would do is when we give them an email to send it, we would give them just the JTI, but the token would still be in the database. And when we are looking up the token, we would use the JTI. So I feel like it should be a pretty cosmetic change in that regard. Okay, so Ash Phoenix, we have a couple of fixes in here. And what I need to do, I should also make this depend on the latest version of Ash because it relies on those fixes for generic actions to actually function. Alrighty. Yeah, so my crappy camera is working great. It doesn't look that bad. I could just like use this thing, but I don't know. Whatever. Restream's dashboard is not working nicely for me. Nothing's working nicely for me. Maybe I do actually have like some sort of bandwidth or CPU problem. Yeah, look, YouTube just shot the bed for the music playlist. Hmm. OBS is using up a lot of network. Well, of course it is. Whoa. Which one is this? Is this like the language server doing something crazy? Watch my whole problem was like okay, hold on. If it was like the language server or my app or something running super heavily, causing my camera to crap out. Oh my god, that would be really funny actually, but also really frustrating. All right, come on. So, oh, I can do AshAuthentication Phoenix too. Fix. Don't pass API option to forms. Yeah, all right, this is gonna take a while. I'll take care of this. I can do this off stream. This isn't so exciting. This is just me shipping crap to Hex and making PRs and all that. But we have it. We have a magic link ad strategy task. I'll probably wrap that up today and we'll be moving on to the next phase. That's wonderful. I'm very happy about this. So thank you everybody for joining me. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. I like doing this, even though I see maybe 10 people make their way through this. I think it's a fun way for me to, it actually kind of focuses me in some ways. It gives me like a rubber duck when I'm trying to problem solve, but it also like, the work in public, the build in public side of what I do is really important to me. So even though people aren't like, hanging over every word that I say on these live streams, I think it helps show like the kinds of things that I'm working on, how much time is going into this, the tools that we make, and that sort of thing. And it gives people a chance to come in and say hi and knock on my office door, etc. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and I will see you next time.